please welcome the Reverend Fearmonger players as they bring you The Sin of Onan.
Mary, I'm home from work. Boy, it sure is good to come home from work. After all, I am the single breadwinner of this traditional nuclear family. Well, it's nice to be home to a loving wife and a son that anyone can be proud of.
Oh, dear, I'm so glad you're home. You know, I've been so busy doing the job I was meant to do, that of being traditional housewife, taking care of the family, and of course, my loving husband.
And this is how it should be. God is in his heaven, and all is right with the world.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Father. Mother and Father, my secular humanist Aunt Lilith, who never goes to church, has bought me a present.
Yes, Joshua's been working so hard lately. I thought I'd give him a present.
Yes, Aunt Lilith has purchased me a brand new laptop computer so that I can get hooked up to the internet.
A new laptop and the internet. But isn't the internet where they can find all those adult websites? I'm concerned and alarmed.
But, dear, why are you concerned and alarmed?
What if our son should find one of those adult websites? What if he should be tempted to practice the sin of Onan? What if our son should spill his seed upon the ground?
That is cause for concern and alarm.
Oh, Paul, you're being so old-fashioned.
Aunt Lilith says that the internet can be a useful tool.
Yes, that's true, son. But like any tool, it can be abused. And speaking of abusing tools, what if you find one of those adult websites on the internet? What if you spill your seed upon the ground?
Oh, but dear, I'm sure that my secular humanist sister Lilith, who never goes to church, if she got him that computer, I'm sure it's just fine, dear.
Well, I suppose that if I were to put some filters on that computer so that it would block those adult websites, then our son would not be able to see those websites and spill his seed upon the ground.
Yes, but Mary, those filters cost extra money. And don't you want to use that extra money on yourself for some fancy shoes?
Well, I think you're right, Sister Lilith. Dear, those filters can be very expensive for the computer, and I think I would rather selfishly spend the money on myself to get some shoes. You know, we don't need those filters on the computer. What harm can come from not having a filter on the internet?
I suppose you're right. Despite my deep concern, I won't put filters on the internet. Now I'm just going to read the sports page, find out how the local team is doing, and forget all about it. What harm can come from it?
What harm indeed can come from no filters upon the internet? Well, I would like you to see the second act of our little play, where we show you precisely what will happen if one spills their seed upon the ground. All from not placing a simple filter on a small computer.
Mary, I'm home from work, and I would like my dinner, as is my due as head of the household.
Oh, dear, I'm glad you're home. I fear there is something troubling our son, Joshua.
Now that you mention it, I haven't seen him around much lately. Ever since your secular humanist sister Lilith gave him that computer, he hasn't come out of his room at all. What could he be doing in there?
Well, dear, I think it's high time we got to the bottom of this.
You're right. Joshua, you come out of the room at once.
Oh, dear sweet mother of Christ! My son is blind and insane!
Yes, he must have spilled his seed upon the ground.
Oh, dear sweet Christ! My son is dead!
That's what happens when you commit the sin of Onan and spill your seed upon the ground.
Oh dear! Why did I ever listen to my sister who never goes to church?
It's because you're a woman and you're weak. But the real fault is mine for listening to you in the first place.
You're right. We are both to blame.
Ah, yes. Now can you see that self-pleasure isn't really self-pleasure? It is sad, though, that their son died a tongue-chewing, babbling idiot, blind and hairy-palmed, and now resides in the very center of Dante's Easy Bake for all of eternity, to suffer and more. Let this be a lesson to you all, my friends, my brethren, my sisters, my friends and neighbors. Do not commit the sin of Onan, and never, never let one of your loved ones spill their seed upon the ground. Can I get an amen?
Reverend.
Yes, sir.
But what about women that commit the sin of self-pleasure? They have no seed to spill.
Oh, son, please, women never commit such an act. They are pure and untainted.
Oh, okay.
So until next week, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Right Reverend Fearmonger welcoming you back to the Hellfire and Damnation Good Time Jubilee Christian Hour, where I say unto thee, be afraid, be very, very afraid. Thank you.